of all things, Justin Baldoni now claims that Blake Lively was holding the movie hostage for Taylor Swift? What?
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? Okay, guys, we haven't talked about Blake Lively, the Justin Baldoni, the Ryan Reynolds, and now Taylor Swift debacle in a minute. And now this is very, very interesting. And a lot of things are starting to show themselves, okay? And again, let's not forget, we're only seeing one side of the case. We're only seeing one side of the story from the eyes and from the perspective of Justin Baldoni, the director, and also the co-star of this movie. It ends with us with Blake Lively. As we already know, Blake Lively is accusing him of all kinds of stuff. It has ruined his career. It's ruined his directing career, his acting career. He, I'm sure, has lost hundreds of, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? And it's been very, very bad. He put out a website. I'm not kidding. He put out a website. He and his team put, this is just the legal, all the documents there, which we are going to be looking at in its entirety very, very soon, but on my main channel. But what's interesting about this is that there are literally PDFs, okay? The amended complaint, which is about 224 pages long, by the way, okay, of all the stuff that's been going on, his perspective, his timeline, etc. Okay, it's been absolutely insane. And of course, we're going to be going into it and getting down to the nitty-gritty on it here on my main channel, The Pascal Show, live, and we'll be looking at it in its entirety very, very soon. It might be in two parts because it's 224 pages, guys. It's a lot to go through. But nonetheless, now within this complaint, this amended complaint that he put out, he is now claiming that Blake Lively not only was just, being very difficult, rewriting scenes, etc., having not only Ryan Reynolds threaten his career, also you have Taylor Swift getting thrown into this mix, trying to convince him to use the rewritten rooftop scene that apparently Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds wrote together specifically for the movie. Now we're hearing that not only was she getting like the final edit that we heard about before, that the movie that we saw is the actual final edit that she did herself, or with, of course, an editor. But now we're understanding that she was also holding the film hostage, y'all. She was holding the film hostage, y'all, which is absolutely insane. And I don't use sound effects on this channel very much, but over a Taylor Swift song, guys, holding the film hostage over the use of a Taylor Swift song. Again, this makes no sense. But of course, this song was used in the movie and apparently in the first trailer of It Ends With Us. So let's take a look at this. This is insane. And this is a pretty long article. We're not going to read the whole doggone thing, but we're going to get to the gist of it, okay? So Justin Baldoni is accusing Blake Lively of holding their film It Ends With Us hostage over the use of a Taylor Swift song. In a lengthy timeline shared on Baldoni's website, which everybody is going over there and reading the 224-page amended complaint. And of course, there's another timeline of events, kind of breakdown of everything as well. We're going to be looking at that. Trust and believe, okay? Your boy's back, and we gonna be talking about this for sure, all right? Among many other things, okay? But this says, it features the amended lawsuit against Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, the actor-director shared a text exchange between the film's producer, Jamie Heath, a Sony film executive, and a Sony marketing executive who had allegedly just spoken with Lively, that details Lively's alleged escalating demands over the film's release and quote-unquote veiled threat over the use of Swift's song My Tears Ricochet. Now, quote unquote, while Lively is holding the film hostage in the edit room, she is simultaneously stalling the film's marketing by refusing to approve key materials, including the trailer release. The timeline states alongside screenshots of various messages between the three individuals. Now, again, this is absolutely insane. All right. She's basically saying, like, if I can't get this song on the trailer, then you're never going to see this movie. This movie's never going to be seen, which is what I'm getting here. Okay. Lively will not approve the trailer release unless she is granted more time in the edit room with her personal editor. Again, let me repeat this again. I've said this before, not in this video, but in the past. Baldoni is the director. He's the producer. It's off of his production house. He should have final say on the picture that he directed. He's the filmmaker. She's the actress. Why does she get an edit room with her personal editor cutting her own version of the movie? Make that make sense. But moving on. She will not approve, okay, of this trailer unless she's granted more time in the edit room with her own personal editor, which is insane. Adding to the pressure, Lively made a veiled threat implying she might change her mind about reaching out to Taylor Swift to secure the use of My Tears Ricochet for the trailer if her demands are not met. Now, again, she's sitting there and she's dangling her friendship with Taylor and basically saying, I can call Taylor right now like this and tell him, we don't need tell him you don't want to share, or you don't want to release the rights to your song. We can't use your song. Tell him right now. She has that kind of power because Taylor Swift, ain't Taylor Swift her godmother, her kid's godmother or something like that? Something like that. Like they super tight to the point where she could put out a veiled threat, basically saying, if I don't get what I want, T Swizzle's song ain't going to be in the movie or in this trailer. So give me what I want. That's insane. All right. Taylor Swift's song, My Tears Ricochet, was used in the film's first trailer as well as a scene in the movie. Again, you got to remember, this is a big time name. This is Taylor Swift. And you know for a fact, the song would be catering to the audience that it's catering to that demographic. All right. Any fan of Taylor Swift, I'm sure, would be interested, a good majority at least, would be interested in seeing it ends with us. Let's keep it a bean, right? But let's continue on. Baldoni, who named Swift in his original lawsuit, claimed Lively used her friendship with the pop star to threaten him and the film's production. While working on the film, Lively insisted on rewriting the infamous rooftop scene, which we already know about this part, which is very interesting, though, to say the least. Baldoni had been hesitant about the idea, but told Blake Lively he would, quote unquote, take a look at what she put together, according to the complaint. Afterward, Lively invited Baldoni over to her New York City home, where the actor said he felt Swift and Ryan Reynolds pressured him into using the rewritten scene. Quote unquote, I guess this is from the actual documents. Later, Baldoni felt obliged to text Lively to say that he had liked her pages and hadn't needed Ryan Reynolds or her mega celebrity friend, Taylor Swift, to pressure him. This is what the complaint said. And it continues on saying, I really loved what you did. It really does help a lot. It makes it much more fun and interesting. See how he's like literally, kissing up to her, right? And just kissing her boo-hoo-tee. Let's be real, okay? Kissing that age. Because why? She's Blake Lively. Ryan Reynolds is an A-list star. You see what I'm saying? You got Taylor Swift. You got T Swizzle in her corner. I mean, there's a lot of power on this side. He's screwed no matter what. He's got no other choice but to sit there and go, okay, all right, you're right. Okay. That's what's going on right now. As you can see, I would have felt that way without Ryan and Taylor emoji. Okay? You really are a talent across the board. Really excited and grateful to do this together. That's what he sent in the text messages. Why? Because he doesn't want to lose his doggone job. Okay? Multiple millions of dollars involved in this one movie that could turn into a sequel and then some, right? Because the book, there's more than just one book revolving around this character and, of course, revolving around this book Okay, so Lively shared a lengthy response in which she referred to Swift and Ryan Reynolds as her dragons who protect her. And I know everybody's calling her Khaleesi right now. Release the dragons, right? And of course, we already know about all this. Her talking about like, it's just tough to be out here. This is her quote basically saying like, hey, I put in a lot of effort. I put in a lot of work and then I don't get the credit where credit is due. I never get the opportunity to write in scenes or be creative, that kind of thing. And he literally responds, kissing her booty again, basically saying, hey, I understand, you know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying, and I'm right there with you and all that. We even heard that voice memo. Let's not forget that too. That voice memo from him, basically still just sucking up to her and trying to just keep her happy, right? Because he's trying to get the picture done. And he doesn't want to lose the gig. And also at the same time, if he does screw up and he does make her upset, he could lose his career because of that. And guess what happens? Still, no matter what, it's still his life and his career is on the line right now. So Baldoni believed, quote unquote, the message could not have been clearer, according to the lawsuit. Baldoni was not just dealing with Lively. He was also facing Lively's dragons, two of the most influential and wealthy celebrities in the world, who are not afraid to make things very difficult for him. So Lively detailed allegations of SH, retaliation, intentional affliction of emotional distress, negligence, and more made by Baldoni and film producer Jamie Heath in a complaint first filed in with the California Civil Rights Department and later in federal court. Okay. Now, of course, he responded with a $400 million lawsuit. It's including not only just Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, but New York Times, etc. Okay. It has been very, very bad. We already know about this whole timeline. But at the end of the day, this shows to you, at least in his perspective, his side of the story, it does show you that this is somebody who is literally shifting their weight around throughout the entire time, throughout the entire thing. Hey, you know what? You're not going to give me what I want. I'm going to use Taylor Swift. If you don't give me what I want, if you don't let me have the rewritten scene in the movie, I'm going to sick my husband on you. A-list actor Ryan Reynolds, he don't play. So come at me, bro. Who's going to get final say? Who's going to get final edit? I got all the resources in my corner. You're just a gun for hire. That's basically what she's trying to say right here. This is my movie, not yours. When he's actually the director. He's the one who should have say on what should and should not be in the movie. But unfortunately, he's fighting with a very powerful person. Again, I still wonder what actually happened here and why is there such a butting of heads with these two? What actually happened here to the point where it's now filled with all this venom and vitriol? It just doesn't make any sense. But again, you see his timeline and you see in his website, it's very interesting. Like I said, the website is very interesting and very telling. And again, we're going to be breaking a lot of it down here very, very soon. But there's a lot here that screams that Justin could very well be innocent here. But I'm still sitting on the fence because, again, we're only seeing one side of the story. I'm sure there's more to it. And this is not making Blake look any better. But I'm wondering what else could have happened here. What could have started this whole thing, this snowball of mucky muck, right? Because this is absolutely crazy. But what say you guys? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. You know we're going to be talking about this very, very soon. We're going to be breaking it all the way down. We got things to talk about because there's a lot in there, y'all. There's a lot in there, and we're going to talk about it very, very soon. But her holding this film hostage, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on it? Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. We'll be talking soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.